G'day YouTube, internet citizens, and a very special g'day to Ivy and Lucy, my two daughters. Yummy steak. How is everyone today? Good. Ipswich Gamer here, once again. We are going to be playing more Feed the Beast. Well, actually, I'm just going to take you on a bit of a world tour of what we have done with this world so far. And yeah, so let's get cracking, shall we? I'm in our room at the moment, and the first thing I want to show you is this thing. Haven't done anything with it yet. This is the Power Armor Tinkerer's table, and it allows you to tinker around with your powered suits. As you can see, I have none, so yeah, so that's that. That'll come around probably next episode. I'll have a bit of a play around with that. Alright, let's go out here, and one of the first things you'll notice is a lot of the machines are missing. Where did they go, I wonder? I'll show you in a minute. First, let's go around here. I found a slime chunk, and, well, not a slime chunk, what do they call them? Those slime biomes. And yeah, I got some slime trees, so I planted them. They look cool, I think. Yeah. So we've got more slimes. Of course, you saw that we can spawn slimes in with the automatic spawner that my brother built. But yeah, it's good to have the trees as well. What I eventually plan to do is set up a planter-harvester combination and set up a field of these and plant them and harvest them, along with a whole bunch of other stuff like dyes and stuff like that. Anyway, let's go over here. You might also notice something in my hand. It's my staff. So I have my gold-banded silverwood staff. I wanted to have a what's that stuff called? The magical metal. I forget what it's called, but yeah, I wanted to have one of those. I don't know how I can find out though. Let's have a look in here. Yeah, the thorium, Thaumium bow silverwood wand, but silverwood staff. But yeah, it's the best I could do. But that's all right. The storage area has expanded. We now have a lot more storage. Yeah, so we're storing arrows and leather and copper and all these stuff in barrels now. Yeah, system keeps getting clogged. I've done a little bit of work to this, but not a lot. But yeah, I'll get around to it. Don't you worry about that. How's the lost items going? Not too bad. Yeah, my brother's on, so you'll hear this chest opening up every now and again. Let's go into the Thaumcraft room. Big changes in here. I have my infusion matrix. Yeah, so I can now do some infusion, and as you can see, I've been doing a fair bit of it. So I've got my runic boots of the traveller, my runic leg pieces, runic chest piece, and my runic goggles of revealing. So that's runic armour. Really good stuff. Yeah, I really like having it. So last year here, you would have seen I had a table and the arcane work table, and that's it. But I now have my crucible, I have my runic infusion matrix thingy, and I have a whole bunch of these water jars. Yeah, and it's full of all different aspects. I've got my aspect infuser here, alchemical furnace here with a whole bunch of arcane emblix, with a whole bunch of essentia tubes, and I can burn stuff in here and make essentia. Yeah, so that's all cool. Standard brewing stand, I'm sure you guys have all seen these, and my alchemic centrifuge, which I've never used yet, so yeah. These are my study robes that I use when I am studying things and making things and whatnot. And the rest of this stuff I'll show you in a minute. But first, where is it? Let's go down here. Now, we've got an awful lot of wood here. We needed an awful lot of wood for a reason, so we can have an awful lot of charcoal. You can see we've got an awful lot of charcoal up there. 127 stacks and 44. And we also got a lot of apples and a lot of tree saplings. Yeah. So I wonder where they came from. I'm going to show you. Now to do that, yeah, we got some mycelium. I'm going to show you that in a minute, how we got that. Before I show you where I got all that wood, this is my wand recharge pedestal, so I can chuck my thing in there and it can recharge. Grab it out, yeah. And I've got a few nodes here that I've trapped in jars and brought back here. So yeah, You've seen the berry farm already, but this is the wood farm. Now this is the sort of wood farm that everyone should make. This is brilliant, this thing. You can see it's automatically harvesting wood for me right now. Let's go down and have a look at what's doing that. If I can find him. Where are you, mate? He's always hard to find. I can hear him. Can you hear him? There he is. I've got to be careful. I zapped him with my wand and yeah, he blew up. Okay, this is my modular minecart from Mystcraft 2. This is what does all of our wood harvesting now. Doesn't make charcoal, except for itself. It just basically harvests woods, plants saplings, and yeah, shears the leaves. That's all it really does. So when it stops, let's go have a look inside it. So we've got a coal engine, which is full of charcoal, which it uses an advanced smelter to burn the wood that it harvests into charcoal for itself. It's got a wood cutter, which will never break. It's a, what they call a Galgadorian wood cutter or whatever. And it's got some oak saplings, which it will use to plant. It's got side chests, top chest, and internal storage as well. So it really does fill all this up too in one round. And 2 advanced smelters. I'm not using this one at the moment because I've got another way of making charcoal, which I'm going to show you in a little bit. And I'll put a chunk loader on it as well, so that it can stay loaded. Now there was a bit of an issue with this thing. I logged out, logged back in, and my original minecart disappeared. So I had to make this brand new one to compensate. And what we've got here is just basically a track that goes around, loops back, 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 and goes around and back to, if I can get to it, oh, which way am I going? This way. Comes back to this thing. This is a cargo manager. Now the cargo manager, see it's got different colours on each side. You can't see that side, but yeah, it's got a blue, a green, a yellow, and the other one's red, I do believe. So that represents these colours in here. Now I've only got blue because I don't want anything to happen on this side. But the yellow side, I want cargo to come from the storage into the cargo manager. So that's going to empty the cart out, and that's activated by this advanced detector rail. So when the cart comes around, gets on the detector rail and says, oh, I've got to stop and do something. And gets to the cargo manager, and the cargo manager empties it out. Where does the cargo go from there? If we dig in here, we can see we have this external distributor, and the external distributor has different colours on each side. Purple side is down, and that's all. So it will unload from the cargo manager into the distributor, and the distributor will unload into that item duct. Item duct goes into the chest, and the chest goes into the Logistics Chassis Mark 1, which has an extractor module on it. I'm going to fix that hole up in a little bit. Don't worry about it too much, guys. So yeah, items come out of here, go into the distributor, into the chest, and into the storage system. Pretty neat, huh? Cool. So, what are we doing with all the wood? Well, let's go have a look in here. This is the good stuff in here. Welcome to the new machine room, guys. Yeah, doesn't this look cool? This looks awesome. Alright, let's start over here. This is the cart assembler used for Steve's carts. So you put a hull in there, and you put in engines, tools, attachments, storage, add-ons and whatnot. And they're all built in the crafting table, in a standard crafting table. And you put the hull in here, put the engines there, the tool, any attachments you want, storage devices and add-ons. So mine's got a coal engine here. It's got the tree farmer here. No attachments, I don't need any attachments. It's got 3 storage areas. It's got the top, the side and the internal. And it's got 3 add-ons actually. It's got 2 advanced smelters and a chunk loader. And you guys can check out the recipes for those anytime you want. Now I've also got an upgrade cart modifier here, which allows me to upgrade my cart. I had to do that because I had hardened metal cutter on it, and I had to upgrade it to the Galgadorian, whatever it is, cutter. So yeah, I had to use the cart modifier to take the old one off, upgrade it, and put it back on. Now when you make a cart, you click the assemble button, and It'll tell you how long it's going to take here. This is how much fuel it's got, and you can put fuel in here and your cart gets spit out here. Now I must warn you that cart that you saw out there took, without the Galgadorian cutter, it took about an hour and a half to cook up. Once I upgraded the Galgadorian, it took nearly 2 hours to cook that one up. 2.5 hours I think it took to cook up the Galgadorian thing. When I put the internal chest expansion on, 5 minutes. So yeah. Alright, let's have a look over here. This is a coke oven. Whoops, there you go, that's what I mean. Yeah, I zapped my cart before. I've got my my one focus of zapping on. So I've got the frost, I've got the portable hole, I've got the equal trade, I've got the primal, which is awesome, and I've got the Petch's Curse, which came from those Petchy dudes, or whatever they're called. Yeah, so this is the coke oven. What you use this for is you burn coal, and you get coke coal out, and you also get some fluid out here, which is used to make rail tracks. Now, Minecraft's rail recipe has changed if you have Steve's... is it Railcraft? Yeah, Railcraft. It changes the... let's change that focus. Let's actually get rid of the focus. There we go. Yeah, so it changes the recipe of standard rails. You need... I think it's slabs, and you need some of the stuff that you get out of this thing, the coke oven. So, yeah, and that makes the sleepers. You put 4 sleepers in a square, it makes a bunch of sleepers, and then you need to roll some iron out, and you use the rolling machine for that, which I have one here. So I think you put iron here, iron here. You can use steel and copper as well. And that makes your rail tracks, and you use that just in a standard crafting table over here, and that makes your tracks. So that's how I got my tracks. I think I only boiled a stack of coal in here, and that was enough to make all of the tracks that I used out there. So you don't need a great deal. And this coke oven has been off since. You know, we haven't used it at all ever since then. Alright, now let's go over here. We've seen the rolling machine, magma crucible, fluid transposer, the induction smelter, redstone furnace, and the pulverizer you've all seen. Just added a hopper here so we can chuck wood in here and it gets chipped. Now I've got some redstone energy conduit here, which goes and feeds into all of these machines, and it goes down underneath here and into the logistics pipe network so it can get power. Okay, next. Okay, let's go on to this thing. This is my blast furnace. So in here we make steel. So we put blocks of iron in here, and we get blocks of steel out. How do we get all this iron? I'll show you in a minute, but this is one of the things I need charcoal for. So we put a block of iron in there, burns with charcoal, and you get a block of steel. Where are we getting all the iron? Let's have a look right now. This is something my brother built. Ta-da! It's a stock standard, run-of-the-mill iron farm. Yep, that's right. We are a running iron farm. Yep. That needs to be prettied up a little bit, but yeah, that's alright. We can do that later. Alright, so, iron farm makes iron. Iron gets crafted into blocks. Blocks go into here and get smelted into steel, and they, through the magic of logistics pipes, gets deposited into here. So I've got 10 in here right now. Okay, so let's have a look at this. So we've got the blast furnace here. Here I've got a crafting logistics pipe and a supplier logistics pipe. So the crafting logistics pipe just says iron in, steel out. Yep, nice and simple. The supplier says keep charcoal. A stack of charcoal supplied to this thing at all time. And it can be partials as well, just in case I'm running low, but I don't see us running low on charcoal for a little while yet. Yeah, so... Alright, now this chest has a couple of pipes connected to it. It's got a Logistics Chassis Mark II, which it only has a provider module in at the moment. So I could use a Mark I, but Mark II doesn't matter. So that's going to provide steel, and it also has a supplier logistics pipe. Now the supplier logistics pipe says keep 10 blocks of steel in here, and that's why there's 10 blocks of steel in there. Yep, nice and easy. Alright, now we've also got this little pipe that goes off here, down in there, underneath here, and that leads to this setup here. This is amazing little setup here. What we have here is a high pressure boiler tank with some solid fuel boiler fireboxes underneath it. Okay, so this is my steam boiler. Now what it does is it accepts charcoal and water, and it produces steam, and it produces at a really high temperature. So we've got it at 1,000 degrees. So that steam is at a really high pressure. So what we have underneath here is we have a a pipe going in here, which is supplying it with. Let's have a look. There we go. Oh, come on, bit of lag. There we go. Okay, so we have a logistics pipe going into it here, which is supplying it with coal. If we have a look at that, charcoal. So keep 4 stacks of charcoal in this at all time. Yep. And underneath there, you can see that little thing down there. That's a fluid transposer. Now that's sucking the fluid up out there, and it's putting it into the boiler. So the boiler, yeah, we're getting a bit of a lag here. So that supplies it with water and charcoal, and it produces steam. What are we doing with the steam? Well, we are doing... Oh, well, how come that's the wrong way around? Come on, change. Come on. Change. There we go. Alright, so what we have here is a steam oven. This is from Railcraft. And this is accepting in wood, and it's turning it into charcoal. So nice and easy. We can watch it. So the charcoal should go down as it supplies it elsewhere, and this wood will get changed into charcoal, and that will become a full stack. There we go. Easy. This does it 9 at a time as opposed to 1 at a time in a redstone furnace or something like that. Now we also have this steam turbine housing. Let me just give me a second, guys. I'll just put this back here. There we go. Okay, so the steam turbine housing has a rotor in it. Now this rotor is quite expensive. In fact, this entire machine here is quite expensive. It took a great deal of steel to build all of this. Alright, so this rotor produces Industrial Craft 2 energy, so IC2 energy. Okay, so it accepts steam. It's attached to the boiler. So is the steam oven, so that's accepting steam directly into it. And of course the rotor will create IC2. Now with the IC2 stuff, we are storing it in MFE. Okay, so I have my MFE here, and it's powered up to 4 million. So it's fully powered. That's why the rotor's at 0, because it doesn't need to supply anything. Pardon me. Now we've got some gold insulated cable going into a low voltage transformer. Okay, so that's just set up to supply low voltage to our machines, which we have 3 of at the moment. So we have an extractor, a macerator, and a compressor. That's all we have at the moment. We are going to get more machines as we go along, so no dramas there. Alright, let's go over the other side. Now this is my red power section. So from the boiler we have a whole bunch of fluid ducts which are taking steam out of this machine and giving it to the steam dynamos. Now there's a total of 18 steam dynamos here which are supplying power into the redstone energy conduit, which is going into here, which is powering my tesseract. And it's also supplying power to the redstone energy cells here, which we have here. And that's powering all of these. Okay, so yeah, pretty good, huh? Pretty neat. I think so. Alright, have I missed anything? I'm not sure. I don't think so. Just the auto cooker, which isn't very much at all. Let me just go and quickly show you that. It's down in here. So this is my auto cooker. It's just a redstone furnace. It's got a supply logistics pipe and a logistics chassis Mark 1. In that chassis we have an extractor module. So the supplier is set to supply raw beef, rotten flesh and mutton. So raw beef turns into cooked beef or steak, yummy. Rotten flesh turns into leather, and mutton turns into roast mutton. So that's basically it. yeah, I think that's about it. Yeah. What I might do is, I might set up a quick time... Oh, I've got to show you this too. Yes, I haven't finished. Okay, so this section here, this is my Mystcraft setup. So what we have here is the 3 basic ingredients for Mystcraft. You need an ink mixer, a bookbinder, and a writing desk. So the writing desk is where you will write your pages. Okay, so at the moment I haven't got many. I've got a rainforest biome and a volcanic biome, and I have clear modifiers. So you can basically build your own world using this. After that, you need to go into... I'm not sure if it's the ink mixer or something. It might be the bookbinder. Yeah, it's a bookbinder, so you need to put all your pages into the bookbinder. So you copy them here, put them into here in an order, and then you bind a book. Alright, and then, yeah, this is for making linking panels, this ink mixer. And as you can see, we've got some things up here. I've got some linking books here. And I'll show you what these do in a second. And in this one, I have more linking books, and I've got my notebooks here, which are just used in the desk to actually store all of my modifiers and biomes and whatnot. Okay, so at the moment we've got 2 linking books set up here. First one goes to the nether, so if I right click this, I'll go instantly to the nether. Let's do that now. Off we go. So we don't need the portal anymore, we can just use this. Ta-da! And I'm in the nether. Want proof? Oh, you can hear it. I better get my right focus out. Where's my zappy focus? There it is. Come on. Why didn't you go on? There we go. Oops, I haven't got the right one. Zappy. Thank you. No, come on, give me the zappy one. There we go. Yep, definitely the nether. Alright, just remove that. I won't show you what's in there. I'll wait for my brother. That's his little experiment over there. But here we have an armor stand, and this has on it a hazmat suit. Now the hazmat suit is made up of rubber boots, hazmat pants, hazmat shirt, and a scuba mask. So if you want to make one of those, they're the 4 components you need. Now if you're wearing all of those, you can jump into lava and not take any damage. It's brilliant stuff. Love it. Alright, let's go back to the mage's room. There we go. Love this stuff. Yeah, just teleport wherever you want. So we're back in my mage's room. Alright, now this book here, this is an actual, what's known as an age. This was made in, I think it was made in here. Come on. Oh, lag, come on. Yeah, it's gonna lag. There we go. So I think I made it in here. So, can't remember exactly. I think I took a frame out of here. So I took a linking panel out of here, put it into here, and I made a random world. So my random world took me to this place. Now this place is a mushroom biome. Yay! You can see it's not your standard average everyday place. I'll put a magnum torch here because, man, this place is dangerous. So I don't want anything to spawn. And look over there, mushroom! Hello, mushroom. Now one unusual thing about this place is, you'll see a bit of nether quartz over there. We've got little balls of nether quartz spawning all over the place. So yeah, I find that quite interesting. Yeah. Alright guys, I'm going to wrap it up here. I've got a little mining hole down there. I do all my mining here, so yeah. So this is where I do all my mining. Alright, let's go back to the overworld. Alright, I won't be able to get out now for a while. Nope. Lag. Oh, damn it, I have to talk to the admins about this. This is ridiculous. There we go. Let me out finally. Alright, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to create a time lapse of this thing working. And I'm going to do it for one circuit. And yeah, so that's it from me. Hope you enjoy the time lapse that's coming. And yeah, I'll catch you guys next time. Bye everyone. Bye Ivy. Bye Lucy. At least you know where I got the mycelium now. Bye everyone. Bye.